Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Sorry. All right, I'm going to show you guys how to complete this worksheet in 1-point perspective. So a few things that we need to look at first. The instructions are boxes and perspective, so we're going to make all of these into 3-dimensional boxes. And we are going to connect the corners of the boxes to the vanishing point. The vanishing point is right here. You'll notice that it's on a little bit of horizon line. You may or may not be able to see the horizon line in your copy. It's very, very, very faint. But the vanishing point is right there in the center. So we're going to connect the corners of the boxes to the vanishing point, draw the sides of the boxes with horizontal and vertical lines, and then erase the rest of the lines to the vanishing point. So we're going to take this one box at a time. This one is already done for us, so I'm just going to work my way around, okay? So you will need a ruler for this. You always need a ruler when we're working with perspective. I know you guys have a little wood ruler. It's the same thing. We don't actually even need to measure. We just need the straight edge of the ruler. So what we're going to do is we are going to connect each corner, the 4 corners of our box, to this vanishing point. Now there are some tricks. Not all corners will be shown. Just like we see up here, this top left corner is not shown. Just the other 3 corners, we can see them going to the vanishing point. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to start with the top left corner. I'm going to put my pencil right on that corner. I'm going to line my ruler up to it so it's touching. And I'm going to use that to swing over to where it lines up with the vanishing point. Okay? So I kind of use my pencil as an anchor point, and then I pivot it over. So now if I was to draw a line from the corner to the vanishing point, you can barely see it, it goes through the box. We don't want any lines that go through the box because we're making solid boxes, not wire frame boxes. We can't see through them. So I'm going to actually erase that little mark that I made. So since this corner goes through the box, we're not going to draw it. Okay, so we don't need to draw that top left corner. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go to my top right corner. And I'm going to line it up to my vanishing point. And I'm going to start drawing it. Stop whenever you hit another box, okay? So if you start to come into contact with another box, just stop there. All right, so that one's done. So now I'm going to line my ruler up here. And take your time lining it up, guys, okay? And then see, I went too far. Make sure you stop when you hit the box. Got a little excited. All right. Now I'm going to come down here to the bottom left. I'm going to line that up, but see how if I draw the line, it's going to go through the box again? So we don't want that. We're not going to draw that one. So this first box here on the side, we only see the side of the box, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your ruler, line it up with the edge here, this vertical line, and then slowly slide it out. This way we keep the same angle. And then I'm going to draw straight down. Then to clean it up, you can erase anything that goes past that vertical line. So now I have, darken mine up so you guys can see it. So now I have a completed box. Because this is on the horizon line and to the left of the vanishing point, we only see one side. All right, now we're going to move down to this box here. I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to connect all 4 corners, line it up. Now this one does not go through itself, so I'm going to draw it, but I'm going to stop as soon as I hit this other box. Okay. I'm going to go to my next corner, put my pencil there, line up the ruler, start drawing, stop when I hit the box, put my pencil on this corner, line my ruler up, go all the way, stop when I hit that box, put my pencil here, line it up, but this line would go through the box, so I'm going to stop. I'm not going to draw that one. So now I have these 3 sides. So same thing, I'm going to line my ruler up with this vertical line on the side because that's how I get the same angle. I'm going to slide it out, and I'm going to make my line right there. Then I'm going to line it up here to get this horizontal line, and I'm going to slide it out right to that corner. You need your corners to match up, okay? If they don't match up, then it's going to look really weird and it's not really going to like stand out and look the exact way it's supposed to. So make sure your corners line up, okay? So this bottom left one, I've got 2 sides that I can see and then the front. Then you can erase these lines to clean things up a little bit. Now we're going to start the same process with this bottom. Stop whenever you hit another box. Each and every corner. Going through itself, so I'm not going to do it. And going through itself, so I'm not going to draw it. So this one here, we only have the top of the box. So now I'm going to drag it out. And there you go. You only see the top of this box. Okay, we don't see the sides on this one. And then you can erase the little extra to clean it up. It just depends on how, I'm using a really dark pencil so it shows up in the document camera. So it's a little bit harder for me to erase. But if you guys are using just a standard yellow number 2, which is an HB pencil, you should be able to erase just fine unless you're pushing really hard. So same thing here. Start at my top left corner. You can start at any corner you want. I'm just trying to be consistent to show you guys. Now make sure they always go to the vanishing point. All right, this one goes through itself so we don't draw it. This one we will draw. Stop. I'm going to line this up. Go down like that. Line this up with the horizontal line. Bring it out to this corner. Remember, it needs to, your corners always need to match up, okay? So you'll notice that it's the same pattern. Any ones that are directly across, you only see one side, and any of the ones in the corners, you see 2 sides. So I'm going to just move on. This one not going to draw because it goes through itself. This one I'm not going to draw because it goes through itself. Draw that one. Line the ruler up with the edge. And you can make these boxes however wide you want. It's really up to you. I'm just, kind of making them all a little consistent, but they're not perfect. All right, next one. Now this one we should see 2 sides. So I'm going to go stop there because it hits the corner. Stop there. This one I'm not going to draw because it goes through itself, but this one I will draw. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Line it up with this edge. Bring it out. Don't make your boxes too thin because then it just doesn't look as nice. You want a little bit, maybe like 1/2 inch or 1 inch, but there is no set way on how thick they have to be. Make sure your lines are always straight, okay? You want to make sure you line it up and bring it out and your lines are straight. Okay, we do not want like our lines crooked. If you have any lines that look really crooked like that, something like that, that's wrong. They need to be vertical, which is straight up and down, or horizontal, which is straight side to side, okay? All right. This one I'm not going to draw because it goes through itself. Make sure you're always lining it up to the vanishing point. This one not going to draw because it goes through itself. Line this one up. And each box goes to the exact same vanishing point. You're using one vanishing point for all these boxes. You're not creating a vanishing point, a new vanishing point for each box, okay? So when you are completed with this assignment, this is how they should look, obviously minus this one I was showing you that was a crooked line for a mistake, okay? So all of your lines should be vertical, meaning straight up and down, or horizontal. Any line that's going to the vanishing point is going to be diagonal. Those are called orthogonal lines. So that means lines going to your vanishing point. All your lines going to your vanishing point are diagonal, okay? So make sure that you have these nice square boxes and rectangles, okay? You should not have any dramatically different shaped or any of your horizontal and vertical lines should not be at some weird angle. So this is how you complete the first assignment.